Hello and welcome to Misfits on Vinyl. My name is Spencer Streichert. I'm an actor, comedian, and one of your tits.
My name is Aaron. I am also one of your tits. In this episode,
we have 3 tits.
Yeah, we're a tri-boob.
we're like the Total Recall alien.
Yes. Yes.
With 3 boobs.
Yes.
Are you going to introduce our guest?
No.
I'll introduce myself.
Yeah.
You started.
Take the reins.
You started, and therefore I was like, "Oh, Aaron's going to take."
I met him
over
5
this.
minutes ago. You have to,
Okay,
you know.
So our guest this week on the show, super exciting, all the way from Germany. Good friend of mine who I met through the Quarantine International Film Festival. Vinzneuner.
Almost.
Oh, fuck.
That was like the closest you ever got. Last year when you introduced me to this comedy cellar, you were like, Vinzneuner. And we're like, who?
Spicy
But
noodle.
That was like really close.
I'm so sorry. Your last name is the one that really fucks me up too.
Yeah, I learned today that it's like a really, it's like a sex practice or what was it? Nooner?
Like a nooner?
Yeah, nooner.
I don't know what that
Like
is.
afternoon delight?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Skyrocket and Scott Flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
all I think of when I hear that is Anchorman.
Yeah, me too. But don't disrespect the man's name.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
that's
that
my
was,
name, yeah.
That was not me that disrespected his name. That was Siobhan.
Okay, fair.
Siobhan's been on a grumpy streak lately.
That's good. Bringing it up for the world to know.
Yeah.
Boyfriend of the Year award.
Shabubu is angry.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the podcast, Vince. It's very cool.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers our hot coffee on a hot day.
It
to
is
that.
so unbearably hot in this
Oh
room.
my god, yeah.
For those of you that only have audio, we all have sweat beads dripping down our faces. Sam is actually a giant sweat right now.
So how long you been in Calgary now, visiting? How many days?
Days are nice, really blend together for me. So I'm not sure really. Maybe it was Wednesday. Because I also was like stuck on this train for like a really long time, so it really messed up like my perception of time. So I think it's Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were supposed to get in on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
And then it was Wednesday because you came to Vern's. That was where I met up with you. And then
And I couldn't find the door. With
yeah.
like a giant words written on it.
It probably would be best if you didn't find it. Just being real with you.
The funniest thing was like after we left, Vince was like, "Yeah, that's actually like pretty nice little place," and I was like, "Yeah, it's when the lights are on, it's not so nice."
So besides Vern's, is this your first time in Calgary?
It's my second time.
Second time, nice.
So now I'm developing Stockholm syndrome for this place, and it's very nice. So
His first time, I forced him to do stand up at the tea house.
Nice.
And I didn't tell him until 5 minutes beforehand.
Oh, you're an asshole.
It was great.
Yeah.
He had never done it before, and he killed.
There you go.
Absolutely fucking crushed.
Wow.
yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
I love
But a
it.
little bit more preparation time would also be.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it was like really stressful. It felt like doing your homework before class,
And
while I don't know, 50 people stare at you.
the other thing that was great about it,
You did write the funniest fucking thing of all time on your homework sheet. Like if math had to be funny, and then there was pressure on top of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Stand-up comedy.
it also was like if math was important, Because I don't know about you guys, but in high school, I definitely.
I don't know. I think in the grand scheme of the world, I would say math might be more important than stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
just
say-
for argument's sake, I believe that's the.
Okay, so for
that's not a hot
argument's
take,
sake,
yeah.
I'm going to take the other stance.
Of
I
course you
believe
would.
that stand-up comedy is far more important than math is.
Now we have a third person here, so do you want to veto him on this, Vince? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel not comfortable answering this question.
Okay. Sam? Sam, do you want to chime in here?
Sam does not have a mic today.
Sam doesn't have a mic today.
You could. Okay, what's happening? What the fuck just happened? I was waiting for Sam's answer.
No, Sam didn't give an answer. It's okay. I believe I'm correct. Anywho.
Okay.
Anywho.
So, one thing that I think is really funny that I need to bring up is that, so this is your second time here. Last year, I was unbelievably busy when you were here, so we didn't get to hang out that much. And so you hung out with Siobhan most of the time last year. This year, I've been completely free, and Siobhan's been busy, so I've been like showing you around. Okay, so now here's the question: who do you think is a better tour guide, Siobhan or Spencer?
Yeah, great question. Let me answer with my jokes. So your jokes are like a little bit more like below the waistline and certain parts of the waistline.
I think you're referring to poo-poo pee-pee jokes.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe.
Yes, that's definitely Spencer.
So what I noticed this time was that our jokes are becoming like almost the same.
Yeah.
It's not like that my jokes influence you, but your jokes really like influence my jokes.
Yeah.
So that's like one thing I want to note, and I won't answer your question. So yeah.
That's okay. That's what we call a politician walk around.
That was a really good politician walk around. Have you
I gave you
thought-
like a compliment, and then I didn't answer your question at all.
Like, here's the thing. I know you're like an actor and filmmaker, but have you considered running for office?
So many times I want to become the mayor of my 2,000 people hometown, just so I can like demolish Main Street and dig up channels, and then we would have boats going like through the whole thing, and we would bring like economic growth through waterways and through the taxation of the waterways. So that would be like my dream.
So you want to have Bavarian Venice?
Yeah, but like only in this very small village where I live.
You're talking more policy than they did in the Alberta debate in May between Notley and Smith. Holy smokes, we got more out of you in that 2 minutes than they did in an hour. Holy crap. So you actually have a plan. I'm proud of you. I'd vote for you if I was German. I lived in your small town. You'd have my vote.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like we just need to move there to make this happen.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see road destruction.
I kind of want to become a football hooligan. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. Are there a lot of football hooligans where you live?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I know it's like a bit of an English thing too. They have
It's not really
football
hooligans. They're like, they get drunk and then they get on a bus to Munich, watch the game, and then they come back and they have like this giant drum, and then they walk around our football field, which is like the typical village football field down there. And then they go like to the only sports bar in town, and that's it. That's like all the hooligans. Maybe they are super aggressive in Munich. I don't know. I can speak for them, but as far as it's like in my hometown, they're like super calm and like super nice people.
Also, the really weird thing to just be like, you know, that's your thing to go to the football game, come back, and then just bang a drum in the football field very loudly. Like, fuck, that would be annoying if you lived right across the street from the field.
I live right across the street.
Do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for you then. That would probably be, if I was the mayor of your small town, that would be my first thing I'd get rid of. I would demolish the drum, and then I would worry about the canals for economic growth. First, I would demolish the drum.
I would get rid of the kids' football program, to be honest, because what I really can't stand is like the parents when they scream at their children. I'm like, chill the fuck out. Am I? I really can't stand when like you scream at children. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So
I like screaming at children personally.
what I've just
What
heard.
the fuck is wrong with
Your
you?
your campaign is getting worse. So we just found out he hates children.
He hates children.
He hates
No,
children.
I hate the parents of children.
He hates procreation, even worse.
I don't mind children.
Kids aren't the
As
problem.
long as they vote for me in the next election,
Yeah.
it's all good.
It's true. You have to change the voting age to like 5 years old.
Yeah. You're going to lower the voting age. You're
Yeah.
going to build a canal. You're going to make football illegal.
Yeah.
That-
that's really
Yeah,
interesting.
that's like a great
platform.
program.
Yeah.
That honestly sounds like a pretty solid plan. You can't possibly do worse than that minister that you showed me.
Context? Could I have context?
Yeah,
for this?
there's this minister who
It's a prime minister of Bavaria, so
Oh, perfect.
he's
Shit.
like the highest guy in my state.
and he at one point wanted a monorail from Munich airport to Munich city center, and his speech was, I'm not kidding, like this. So from Munich city center to airport, 10 minutes on train, airport to city center, Heathrow, London,
Charles de Gaulle,
Rome, airport, Munich, train on train, 10 minutes.
You train the train station in 10 minutes, and then in 10 minutes you are at the train station for 10 minutes, and then at the train station you go to the airport, and that's like the whole speech. Yeah.
So, like, it sounds like it's like 100 minutes, not 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you keep repeating it over and over and over. It sounds like an hour and a half you'll be catching this train.
And do you want to guess if this infrastructure project was actually, like, sanctioned?
I'm going to say no.
Ah, yeah. You would be correct.
Yeah, there we go. Shocker of the century. It's okay. It's probably working better than some things work here, so.
That's true. There's a lot of things that don't work here.
Yeah.
Like conservatives. Never mind.
Spencer. Don't make people angry.
I love that this is now a politics podcast.
Yeah.
We're now misfits on Polly.
We barely talk music anymore. Realistically. I was looking at it last episode. 43 minutes to get to the album. 43 minutes.
But we actually did talk about music a lot because we debated the OCEU. We talked about that for a solid 15 minutes.
True that.
And
but
I was also thinking we need to get T-shirts made with the OCEU on it. That would be a sick merch.
This is the Outlaw Country Extended Universe. We had a debate on the last episode about what is Outlaw Country anymore. So we created the OCEU,
and it turns out we were all right.
Yeah, everything is Outlaw Country if you want it to be. Yeah, so it really depends,
including K-pop.
In the multiverse, you never know. You never know what's gonna happen in the multiverse. Just wait. $10 billion later in 15 movies. You never know.
That's true.
It's gonna grow.
It will grow.
It will grow.
And honestly, we will have the biggest stars.
Yeah.
Playing the country singers.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And re-recording all their songs.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper needs to sing again. Let's bring him back.
Honestly, he does.
Tell me something, girl.
Are you tired?
Yes.
In this modern world.
Yeah, that was a little, Shakira the Star is Born. Now that's a good bit. Shakira and a Star is Born.
I'm off the deep end, watching start diving. Oh, far from the shallows now, shallow now, shallow now.
I like the way Bradley Cooper's hips didn't lie when he was hanging from the rafters. He was doing a little shake. Actually, a decent movie. You know what? I cried when I saw it.
I did too. I thought that was the one of, I would say, actually the best version of that movie.
Yeah, it's up there.
I mean, because like the one with Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand. Chris Christopherson's great.
Yeah.
Barbara Streisand is there.
Yeah. I haven't seen that version in a long time. And I haven't seen the original, like the 1940 whatever version.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
No, I haven't seen the Judy Garland one, but the Bradley Cooper one was good.
I would deep dive into that one because I imagine that it's probably better than the 70s one was. Have you seen the OGs of A Star Is Born?
No, but I saw Hangover with Bradley Cooper.
There you go. Basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing.
No Ken Jeong, though.
No, but Lady Gaga does play both Ed Helms and Zach Galifianakis as characters. She has the biggest arc in the whole movie.
It's fantastic.
She's walking around with a baby on her.
Yeah.
The baby is Bradley Cooper. He also plays the baby.
That movie was awesome when you were like 12 and 13 years old. And then you go back and watch it and you're like, oh.
You know what's funny is that for some reason that's the hill that like the comedy world is dying on, where they're like, that was the last best comedy movie. I'm like, no, I think Superbad was the last best comedy movie.
There's been some decent ones. I'm trying to rifle off the top of my head. What We Do in the Shadows is a good comedy movie that came out after The Hangover.
That's true, but that's
really
also an indie
movie.
one. That's
it's true.
Like I feel like Hollywood picture wise, I mean.
gets in more on the drama than most of his work, but Jojo Rabbit.
Actually,
comedy,
that's
and
a
is
good
his
point.
first Hollywood.
That is a good point. And you know what? He was fantastic in that movie too.
So
He was so fucking good. Loved that movie. God, it was good.
Nothing funnier than Nazis.
Honestly, nothing funnier than Nazis.
No, that movie was good. That movie was good. Way to make our German guest uncomfortable.
That was.
Anyway, another really funny movie was American Pie, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
1999, am I right?
Yeah, speaking of American Pie,
We have. What was that look? What was that look?
that was an amazing
By the way, that was
segue.
like an amazing segue, right?
That was an amazing segue.
Yeah.
And then Aaron just looked at me like he was gonna kill me.
No, I was like, speaking of American Pie.
What about it?
Oh, nothing. Nothing important to the episode.
Oh yeah, I guess every episode, this is a thing that we do. Usually we pick an album. Sometimes it's a popular one. Sometimes it's one that we love.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's crossover. This time, instead of an album, we're doing a song.
Oh, I thought we were doing the whole album.
No, we are doing just the song.
Fuck, I listened to the whole album.
Oh.
Why did you do that?
It's
It's a good album.
Yeah, I was just gonna talk. I literally was gonna talk about how good of a song Vincent is and how it's so much better than American Pie. I listened to
You
the.
can still do that.
Yeah, all Spencer said is we're gonna review American Pie.
I didn't know it was also the album.
It's the name of the album. It's
Yeah,
got
it
his
is,
thumb in the
yeah.
air. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I feel
I also thought it was the album.
Our communication is so important.
Yeah. What
This
the
is
fuck?
Chumbawamba tub thumping all over.
Yeah, we did Chumbawamba. I thought we were doing the whole album. We were just doing the song. Yeah.
I said one
I
hit
get
wonder.
knocked down. Yeah, but we've done a full album for a one-hit wonder.
Which
We did
one?
Tarzan Boy. We
Yeah,
did the full
but they're,
album.
They're iconic.
In what realm, dude?
Dude, have you
The
heard?
Multiverse of Outlaw.
Yeah, the multiverse of outlaw country.
Have you heard Chinese
Oh.
Restaurant? That song fucking slaps,
Yeah,
dude.
I did hear it because I listened to the whole fucking album. Same with everything on Chumbawamba. Same with everything on American Pie. It's fucked up, dude. Your communication skills are lacking.
I actually think I might have in the group text said this. We're just doing the song.
Yeah, you check the receipts, Sam.
Sam, can you check the
I'm
receipts?
pretty sure you just said the album.
I think I just said the song.
Well, I know the song. Well, fuck. Okay. Well, let's keep
But
talking.
you can give a quick review of Vincent if you want.
Yeah, Vincent's a great song.
You said that 3 times.
Yeah.
What's so great about it?
It's better than American Pie. But it doesn't even matter because we're not talking about the whole album. You know? So what the fuck do I even have to say anymore?
I mean, both songs are about like artists who died tragically. So.
Yeah. Starry, starry night.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Vincent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You would know it if you listened to the whole fucking album like I did.
The receipt just says, let's do Chumbawamba.
No, we're talking about for American Pie.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Who gives a fuck
That
about...
would be a
Who gives
twist
a fuck
between
about...
Chumbawamba.
That would be a very big
yeah,
twist.
Yeah, Don McLean does Chumbawamba. Madonna does American Pie. Kind of in the same realm, no? Like, it's kind of the same thing, right?
Anyway, Jennifer Coolidge in American Pie.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know what? For some reason, there's nothing funnier than a miscommunication.
Yeah, I know, because you know it drives me crazy. Yeah.
Just as American Pie.
Yeah. So we're doing the movie, right? I watched it about 10 times.
Yeah, I also watched it.
Nice.
Number 2 is better than the original.
I didn't watch the whole series because we only said we were doing the first one.
Which
Once
one was
again,
the one
lack
where,
of communications.
where they had like intercourse with an elk? Was that American Pie or was it something I watched?
Oh, I think that was Super Troopers
that
where he
might-
fucks the
That
bear.
might have just been something you looked up on the internet, Vince.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, that also might have been one of the videos I sent him.
Yeah, that's something you might not want to share to
Alright, so yeah, we
our
have to
whole
cut this
worldwide audience.
Yes, we are the #1 English-speaking music history podcast in Chile.
Yeah, well, we're losing that because we can't speak English that well and communicate what we're doing on the podcast with each other. Anyways, I did listen to the whole album, but the song is great.
I mean, the funny thing is I did send the document into the group.
Yeah,
chat.
I don't read that shit. You fucking get out of here.
Okay, so the song that
This
we're-
week on Misfits on Vinyl, every week on Misfits on Vinyl, we review an album. Sorry, a song. You even said you introed it in.
I did.
Yeah.
I did correct myself and said, actually, this week it's a song.
Yeah. Then my
So-
eyebrow raised.
That you did.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing that raised.
Mm.
I am at full mast.
Nice.
Anyways, so the song that we are reviewing is Don McLean's American Pie.
Fuck, really? Damn. What we were doing.
Damn it.
Okay. Yeah, remind me.
Oh, I can play it for you.
No, the intro is a cappella, right? A long, long time ago, I can still remember
Keep going.
how that music used to make me smile.
Made me smile.
And I knew that I had my chance, that I could make those people dance, and maybe that's the Madonna version you're doing there, Spencer.
I'm ad-libbing.
I was just gonna start beatboxing for you.
Awesome. I'm glad we're doing the song. That's great.
So yeah,
Well, thanks for picking the song, Vince. That's awesome. Changing the format on me.
You know what? This is the second
sometimes you
time
need
that
a
it
German
happened.
to change the format a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I will be very clear from now on.
Yes, no, I'm not mad. It's just it's a funny bit now.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a common theme.
Now you're giving me fuck me eyes, which I don't know if it's worse than the I want to kill you eyes.
I don't know. Depends on what mood we're in. Depends on what you're into.
You're gonna fuck me to death now?
Maybe to American Pie by Madonna.
I mean,
Okay.
you both kicked off your shoes,
That's true. We did kick off our shoes.
which is a reference to a dance. Did you know that?
No.
It's like a very famous 50s, 60s school dance. So yeah, we can go line by line. So the first line is a long, long time ago. That tells us we are like in a fairy tale land right now. Because it's about the fairy tale of like the American dream.
That's true.
Yeah. Most people think it's like a very patriotic song, but it really isn't. It's like about this sudden death of like Buddy Holly, and it's about the American dream, like running dry like a levee with no water because it's dry. So yeah, that's like the first words Don McLean tells us, like that everything we are about to hear is like a fairy tale, and maybe also we live in a fairy tale world. Maybe you should ask yourself, what fairy tales do we believe? For example, you have very hairy... you look like a hobbit.
Yeah.
What's
So
up?
sorry, I just was looking over there and was like, is Spencer wearing socks? And I was like, no, that's just his hair on the feet. Sorry,
What the
that kind of threw me
So
off.
this is something he's been doing. He's been taking his feet off and sticking them like in camera shot. So like,
And I mean for free.
like last
free.
week, I was trying to make the thumbnail, and like I couldn't not make it without his feet being in it. It was so weird. Like, what are we, like in a Quentin Tarantino movie? Like, put those fucking flippers away.
Listen. My grippers, as people refer to Taylor Swift's feet as.
Grippers.
They call them her grippers.
Oh, gross.
Look at Taylor's grippers.
Nice.
That's a big TikTok thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You learned something new.
I don't think that's exclusively her feet.
No, but I've been hearing it a lot with Swifties going, oh, look at her grippers.
I like this dynamic. He gave us a very in-depth breakdown of the first lyrics, and then you're like, my feet are called the grippers.
No, that's not how this went. He started to give a very in-depth breakdown, and then he all of a sudden on a dime went, your feet are fucking gross.
Yeah,
and
that's
now
true.
we're here.
It's true.
Now
I was
we're
a little
here.
confused. It looked like he has like socks on, but then I was like, that's like weird socks. And like, he doesn't have socks
Are
on.
hairy feet not a thing in Germany, or what? Is that?
I mean, mine are not. They're not really hairy.
Wow.
No, they're like,
Aaron, take off your socks too.
yeah. I mean, it's hot in here.
I have a little bit of hair on
Let's
my
take our
feet.
socks off.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Let's
Fuck
get
it.
comfortable.
It's your podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get
fuck it. Let's
You,
just
you
take
make the
this-
rules.
I do make the rules.
We're
All for free. You have to say, yeah.
Sam,
yeah.
get yours in there too. Yeah.
That's the most that people have seen of Sam.
Thumbnail right
That's the thumbnail. It's just all of our feet.
The hairy feet extended universe on this week of Misfits on Vinyl.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay.
Ooh.
So, American Pie is a song by American singer-songwriter Don McLean, recorded and released in 1971 on the album of the same name. I did
Oh.
not know the album was also named
He didn't
American.
seem like he'd read
That's
the
great
documentary.
research on your part,
Yeah.
Spencer.
The single was the #1 U.S. hit for 4 weeks in 1972, starting in January. After just 8 weeks on the U.S. Billboard charts, where it entered at number 69.
Nice.
That's a good number.
That's a funny number.
That is.
That number and 420, dude, are like the best numbers.
Imagine 420, 69.
Dude, 420 69 is the funniest number.
Dude, those numbers fuck.
It's even funnier if it's 69 420.
I mean, that is a higher number.
Yeah, it is.
See, I know math.
See? The intersection of math and comedy.
Yeah,
All in one.
it's hitting us in that high point.
Yeah, it's really
Siobhan has entered the chat.
Yeah.
It is way too hot. Okay, so the song also topped the charts in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and in the UK, the single reached #2, where it stayed for 3 weeks on its original 1971 release, and reissue in 1991, reaching #12. The song was listed as the #5 song on the RIAA Project's Song of the Century.
Nice.
So
What is that?
Yeah,
that
what's the
is
RIAA?
the
That's very
recording
cool.
industry,
What is that?
of America. That's their
Recording Institute?
Recording Institute Association of America.
That sounds pretty good.
Recording in All American.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Recording it all afternoon.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Alright.
good.
Really
Cool.
interesting animal anuses.
That's
I think that's the one.
I think that's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they made a list of songs of
I
the
mean,
century.
American Pie, it does make sense, yeah.
Do you know what the #1 song was?
What?
It was Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Really?
It was.
Wow. See,
iconic.
That's the ultimate Rickroll, I guess.
That really is.
Yeah, like we should do that song sometime on the podcast.
I
not the
think
album.
that whole album, because it's a pretty interesting album.
Just the song, please. We're both strangers to love.
I actually don't know what the #1 song of the century was.
Nice. Not you and your thorough research.
Me and
No
my
way.
thorough research.
No
I
way.
did say in the listen. One thing I did say in the group chat is I said I had to rush to get this done.
It's true. You guys were camping.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am covering my base there.
Let me Google this real quick. Which
RIAA Project Songs of the Century.
Okay, but this-
Songs of the Century.
This does kind of make sense though, because we were talking in the kitchen. I was like, "Yeah, like I listened to the whole album." You're like, "I didn't," and I was like, like, "We're about to do a podcast on it, dude. Like, what do you mean you didn't listen to the album?" I was confused. It like didn't click with me. You were like, "I didn't listen to the whole album." I was like, "Oh, I did." It's like I guess Vince can talk about it.
This is my podcast now.
Yeah.
By the way, where do you get this? There's like White Christmas on 2, Bing Crosby.
White Christmas.
Which year of the century?
I
I mean, it was a song of the century.
it was
but was better,
1992. I think.
more.
it was in the 90s when this came out.
From 1892 to 1992. So really, like 1940 till 1992.
Oh, it's a number 5 song, it says here.
There's 5 songs? No 5 songs?
Yeah, it's a number 5 song of the RIAA project.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is
Did you
RIAA
say
stand
number
for?
2?
I said
Number 5.
Oh,
It was number 2 in the
okay,
UK.
Okay, that makes sense.
Over
yeah.
the Rainbow.
And then it's
Oh.
White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Hey, that's a really good song to play on the ukulele.
Yes. Especially if you're a very large Hawaiian man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's one of my favorite songs to hear.
yes. I'm curious, Vince. I wanted to ask you, what was the motivation to pick the song? What made you want to talk about this song?
Well, I'm German, you two are Canadians,
Yeah.
so what better song to pick than American Pie, right?
This makes sense, yeah.
Now the reason is that was like the first video I ever watched on YouTube, like at a neighbor's place when he got like computer from. Do you have Lidl here? You have Aldi, I know, but do you have Lidl? It's like the
I don't
discount
even think we have Aldi.
supermarket.
No.
Oh,
We
you don't have
Aldi.
Aldi?
No.
Yeah, no.
lucky you.
We have Dollarama.
We have no discount supermarkets. They're all
Oh.
expensive. Yeah. They
You
all
can get
cost
milk
big
for
money.
$15 now.
There was a bread price fixing scandal. So, that's the Canadian
Tearing off of bread price.
yeah, they fixed
Oh.
the price of bread.
And Janet. Sorry, every time someone says bread, I have to be like, and Janet. Can we Rocky Horror Picture Show? Okay. Anyway, moving on. So he has like this very cheap PC in like 2005, I think. And he shows me like the first music video we watched on there is like Madonna's cover of. I have to fact check myself if it was even out that year, but I think it was.
Yeah, it came
I
out
think
in
it was.
2000.
In
So.
for 2000, okay. Because I was like, I'm kind unsure now. But okay, yeah. So we watched like the cover of Madonna for America Pie and was like, oh yeah, that's like a really nice song. I remember that I found this music video like really weird, especially like the last part where she's dry humping her background dancer. But hey, it's Madonna. So yeah, that really got me into the song, and then years later I discovered that there's like an actually good version
There's
of
an
this.
original.
There's like a good version of the song, yeah, which is like longer than radio, because I think they cut down Madonna's at like 3 minutes. Or
Yeah,
something.
because this song, it is a longer song. Actually, funny enough, I was introduced to this song because of the Weird Al version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Anakin guy.
Maybe Vader someday later, but he's just a small fry.
Yeah.
I also feel like that's like the only parody Weird Al did, which wasn't a parody, but he was like genuinely himself, being like a fan. If that makes sense, in a way.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Okay.
No, it does. No, it does.
Yeah, you looked at me like, no, it doesn't. But,
No, I looked at you like, Jesus Christ, I don't know why I'm getting
Yeah,
picked
what's
on
with all
this
the
episode.
what's with all the looks?
Fuck.
Did you know?
It's your episode, Spencer.
Did you know?
It's your episode.
Did you know that Junkyard Slave wasn't even old enough to shave? But it can use the force, they say.
Jesus Christ. At 8 minutes and 42 seconds,
Sheesh.
McLean's combined version is the 6th longest song to enter the Billboard Hot 100. At the time of its release, it was the longest. The song also held on to the record for almost 50 years for being the longest song to reach number 1 before Taylor Swift's All Too Well 10-minute version broke the record in 2021.
Taylor Swift, am I right?
T-Swizzle and her grippers.
I'm really curious about
I know
the feet now.
I know that all too well.
I do too.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? Like, okay, first of all, I
Yes.
feel like this song can be 8 minutes long.
Yes.
I feel like Stairway to Heaven can be 8 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I feel like All Too Well should have been 10 minutes long.
Honestly, I'm not that familiar with that song.
It's really long.
I'm
I
curious.
have to disagree.
You disagree?
I think it could be even longer. Yeah. It doesn't feel like 10 minutes, really. Okay. I'm on the wrong podcast now. Let's go back to American Pie.
No.
I
No judgment here. But
no.
Siobhan, do you have my background noise?
All Too Well. Is it?
Is it too long or too short? I say too short.
I think it's just the right length.
Goldilocks.
Ah.
Goldilocks' input.
I actually, it's the only 10-minute song that I like.
Only 10-minute song that she likes. There you go.
Okay, well,
Well, I can't comment on it. Like, I haven't listened to
listen,
it. So.
I can admit when I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
In fairness, I think everything is too long.
Mm.
I don't think that song's too long.
That's another check to the I'm wrong.
I can't comment on it. I didn't mean to give you judgment eyes, Vince. It just was, when you say a Taylor Swift song's 10 minutes long is not long enough. It does make me raise an eyebrow.
I mean,
Personally.
it is a good song. I like the music video for it. I think the music video is really
yeah.
I have a fact check on this.
'Kay.
That song never hit Hot 100.
good. Which one?
That song, the Taylor Swift.
All Too Well?
Yeah.
Like Taylor's version?
Yeah, I've got the data here. Tool holds
What Tool song?
Fear Inoculum. They're 2019.
What Tool song? All of them are too long. Every fucking Tool song is too long.
2016 Black Star held the longest to reach the
Interesting.
top 100 there.
Fucking Wikipedia failing me again.
Do you know what I like about Tool?
This is from the official Guinness Book of World Records page as well.
Ah, fuck the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, you
Hey,
can
see-
buy a record
hey,
there.
you know what- you know
It's
what-
not really a record book.
I literally I applied to do the record for longest stand-up comedy performance, and the rules that they came back with were so fucking easy to just like it was like you don't have to be funny, like it was like you could just, but you couldn't repeat the same material within 4 hours, and you had to be in a venue where there was at least 4 people in attendance. I'm like, you pay 4 people to just fucking stay there the whole time, you're good.
I broke a world record when
Did
I
you?
was in grade 5. Our school played the largest game of tag. Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, and they had the Guinness World Book of World Records there. They had the official guy.
Wow.
Yeah, so take
Did they
that,
put your
Taylor.
photo in there?
I feel like she has other records.
Our photo was in there. I was a part of a large group because it was the largest game of tag. But I am.
How many people
Yeah,
were
how
in-
many people were there?
I don't remember. It was like an elementary school.
You hold the record and you don't remember how many people were in it?
I don't hold it individually. I was a team player. I was one cog in the machine. You know, I was. I wasn't the main.
Aaron, you're a part of a world championship team.
I didn't say
You know
world.
what? Taylor Swift does have a Guinness Book of World Records record. She has held the most records at one time that were on the top 200 Billboard's top 200.
That makes sense.
Also, shout out to her for giving bonuses to all of her crew.
Yeah.
$55 million.
That's fucking insane.
You know what bonuses we got when we ran crew at UFC? Nothing. We had to pay them to do it. Actually,
Actually, one of the things that we got to do was have that mandatory pizza party where we watched Die Hard 2.
that was fun.
That was fucking awful. I hate that. I don't know why companies are like, it's mandatory for you to come to this shitty party and eat shitty pizza.
Christmas parties are only fun when you get to see your coworkers get drunk and like reveal actual truths about themselves that aren't that you don't see in the workplace.
Yeah, like I like Christmas parties where you watch a marriage get ruined.
Yes,
Those are the ones that are fun to me.
Christmas party culture is the best.
It really is.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with it. Is there like a big Christmas party culture in Germany?
First, I have to ask, what are Christmas parties here? So I have like something to go off of.
So it's like your work forces you outside of work hours
Yeah.
to go
Uh-huh.
to a shitty restaurant
Uh-huh.
or an event center.
Where never in like 100 years we go.
Yeah, and you get probably 2 drink tickets.
Yeah.
And you usually eat like prime rib or something.
Oh, yep.
Something around those lines with gravy. Sometimes pizza.
Mhm.
And you're forced to hang out with your coworkers outside of work.
Yeah, so at like my last job, that's how it was. Hi to my last job. I just realized maybe will listen to this podcast. But at my current workplace, that was like the first enjoyable Christmas party because we had like this whole office to ourselves. So we are a remote company, so it was like interesting to have like an office and see all your coworkers and not only hear them on Slack or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they also had like this espresso machine, which like this really complicated, like the one your mother has at
Yeah,
home,
yeah.
where you have to go like, and then, and then you have an espresso. So way too many steps.
That's like the one I have.
Way too many
I have the
steps.
same one.
But
The
it was very
noises-
fun.
The noises sound the same, actually. I was like, that's familiar. It's called tampering. Because actually, you tamper the
And there's like a new
beans.
gadget coming out for this whole espresso community every other month. So I saw there's like now this stainless steel egg, which apparently makes your espresso taste better. Do you have that?
No, I don't have the
Oh.
egg. I don't have the stainless steel egg. Does it vibrate?
No, it's not the type of egg that you put in your butt, Aaron. It's the type of egg you put in your coffee.
Oh, well, I have one of those.
Yeah, that's like the use for that.
Not
yeah.
a rubber egg.
I mean, maybe the other egg also makes the coffee feel
Yeah.
nice. I don't know.
American Pie has been described as one of the most successful and debated songs of the 20th century. The repeated phrase, "the day the music died," refers to a plane crash in 1959 that killed early rock and roll stars Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and
I love
Richie
Weezer.
Valens. Ending an era of early rock and roll. This became the popular nickname for that crash. Thoughts on the crash?
It's my favorite Visa song, Buddy Holly. Deedle, 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 hey, oh, I just feel just like Buddy Holly. Whatever that means, like, I feel like Buddy Holly because I'm dead. I don't know.
I saw the movie.
You saw the movie?
Yeah, the Buddy Holly movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Who
can't
plays
remember.
Buddy Holly?
I do not remember. It was like on TV like ages ago, and I did see it. I did once see a video about where the plane crashed and all that sort of stuff. Airline travel in the 50s just seems like a nightmare.
Yeah, I feel like up until recently and still not great.
But I did find out like, recently. This is off topic, of course. I'm talking.
I think we've been on topic for like 30 seconds this episode.
I watched while Sam's doing some Googling. I watched a video about how airline like leg room has changed
Yep.
since they first started.
I think I've seen this video.
Yeah, it was like on Vox.
Yeah.
We've lost like a good like 15 to 20 inches in leg room since 1939. Just throwing that out there, like what the fuck, like.
I never had 15 to 20 inches of leg room.
Yeah, but still, like you could have.
I could have.
Yeah.
But you could also, you used to be able to smoke on an airplane.
But when you think about it, like, yeah, their plane went down, but like, at least they could stretch their legs. Like, holy shit! Like, at least their legs were cramping up, and like they could actually get down into the, you know, into the
brace
position. Yeah.
position?
it's like now
I'm
you're
not
like-
sure.
Did you know that the brace position is how most people learn to suck their own dicks?
No, and that sounds super fake. Yeah.
I didn't think you were gonna say that. No, that caught me off guard. Someone's like, "Yeah, the brace position. They tell you to do that, so you know you'll die quicker." No, it makes sense actually. Yeah, fuck. Buddy Holly was learning things before he went down. That's good to know.
Gary Busey played
Gary Busey, that's who I thought it
Ooh.
was.
And the movie is literally called The Buddy Holly Story.
Yeah, what's its rating? Because I don't remember it being good.
Well, it sits at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa!
Wow.
But then it's got kind of an aggregate score of like 75
Okay,
on
because
Metacritic.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I remember watching it on TV.
So like everybody kind of agrees it's 75 and up.
Nice. Well, maybe it is a good movie. We'll have to rewatch it.
The theme of the song goes beyond mourning McLean's childhood music heroes, reflecting the deep cultural changes and profound delusion and loss of innocence of his generation. The early rock and roll generation that took place between the 1959 crash and either late 69 or late 70. I don't know why it's either of those.
No, that makes sense.
I felt like Woodstock would be the tipping point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but Woodstock is referenced in the song, so
Is it?
yeah, I think like this whole I saw the devil laughing on the stage, not like in a reference to Mick Jagger.
Oh.
And I think that was at Woodstock.
I like that Vince has done more research than us this week.
I actually studied this song when I was younger. There's this really bad HTML4 website. I think it's not even like the current version of HTML. And there's like line by line breakdown, and there's like 2 pages essays for like every line on there. And I read like the whole thing, and yeah, there's even like a deleted verse in there, and yeah, so I really sucked up like everything I could find about American Pie.
So what do you think is the craziest reference in the song that goes unnoticed?
There are a lot of like really good ones. Let me just.
You should write some
I'll get
genius
back
annotations because that's one of my favorite activities to do on the podcast.
Read genius annotation?
Yes.
What's a genius annotation?
to you. It's when someone who thinks he's an expert on a lyric writes something
Mm-hmm.
on Genius, and people can decide if there's like actually something and if not.
I like that.
Yeah. Do you not remember when we did City in Color?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, Dallas did not invent groupies, but
Okay. I'm going to.
One of the references which we went over my head was like, with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of luck today. The music died, and then Chevy to the levee. I asked Spencer today what a carnation was because I always think like with like my whole heart like carnation, and I never knew what a carnation was, and it's apparently like this really cheap flower you have at prom.
yeah, it's prom flowers, just
Yeah.
a regular flower you can get at the grocery store.
Yeah, usually they're like sold with other flowers because they're
Yeah.
not as great on their own.
Yeah,
but
they're
they
like
look-
an accenting flower.
Yeah, they fill out a bouquet.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
just like I fill out those shorts you like.
Nice. There's the context for you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like a cheaper flower.
And also Chevy to the levee was like, what's a levee?
Isn't
That's-
And I know what a levee is now, but back then I was like, what is a levee? But it sounds amazing.
He definitely wasn't singing this song about New Orleans
no,
because the levee was not dry.
no.
It was very very wet.
Yeah, New Orleans is sinking, and I don't want to swim.
I do not want to swim. And George Bush hates black people.
All right, moving on.
In 2017, McLean's original recording was selected for preservation in the National Recording Industry by the Library of Congress. The
Library.
Library of Congress. Fuck.
He gets it. He makes fun of him when he's talking. It's
As-
perfect.
As being culturally, historically, or artistically significant. To mark the 50th anniversary of the song, McLean performed a 35-date tour through Europe, starting in Wales and ending in Austria in 2022.
Nice. I don't know if I know many other Don McLean songs.
Well, you know one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah, I know Vincent.
Tell us about Vincent. Can you tell us about the album? What was the flow of the album? How long was it as well?
It's like 36 minutes.
Okay,
Like-
so this song takes up most of it?
Yeah. The back end is a little. It's okay. It's like a lot of just like sounds very similar. Obviously, his standout track is American Pie and Vincent, but it's 70s folk music. Like it's nothing special.
And Vincent refers to Vincent D'Onofrio?
No, Van Gogh.
Ah,
Van Gogh.
dang. I thought it was
Yeah.
Vinny D'Onofrio.
No.
Ah.
No. Sorry.
That was close. Hopalong Cassidy, along with a picture
Vincent
of Boyd
Chase.
in full Hopalong regalia drama. Its inclusion in the album was interpreted to represent a sense of loss of a type of American culture, as symbolized by Hopalong Cassidy and by black and white television as a whole.
Yeah, people were really afraid of like the switch between black and white and color. They were like super against it.
That's not the only bit of color they were afraid of in that time.
That's true.
Yeah, believe it or not.
I think
Yeah.
schools were also afraid
Yeah.
of the switch from black and white to color. You know?
Well, just white to color.
Yeah.
We really scared them, believe it or not. Parallels of life.
Mike Mills of REM reflected, American Pie just made perfect sense to me as a song, and that's what impressed me the most. I could say to people, this is how to write songs. When you've written at least 3 songs that can be considered classic, that is a very high batting average, and if one of those songs happens to be something that great, that many people think is one of the greatest songs ever written, you've not only hit the top of the mountain, but you've stayed high on the mountain for a long time.
Ah. That's a cool quote.
Poignant.
Quite
Yeah.
fitting.
Yes.
You are high on the mountain.
High on the mountain, reindeer paws, here comes good old Santa Claus.
That's number 6 on the RIA.
That's number
list.
6 on the
Yeah,
RIA.
right after Bing Crosby, White Christmas. American Pie.
And Rick Astley.
American Pie Madonna version. Rick Astley, Take on Me by Aha. There's your list.
Okay, so
Baby Shark at number 9.
Baby
Oh,
shark
that's
doo doo
not
doo
cute.
doo doo.
That's not cute for you to
Baby
sing
shark
it.
doo 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 doo.
Thank you,
Baby
Sam.
shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark. Mama shark doo 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 doo.
That wasn't a cute.
You know, every time that a song comes up, I have to sing
It's
it.
true. It's true.
If there's one thing that we're known for on this podcast, it's our covers of classic songs.
Oh, we're known for it? Sorry, Vince.
I love that, like, this is the first time we've had somebody on the podcast who actually listens to the podcast. Oh, no, I guess the Vidos.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Vidos do as well.
But now
Never
it's,
meet your heroes.
It's true. It's true. You'll always be disappointed.
But it's nice now I know what Sam looks like, so at least like.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
You
That's
got
one
the
good
inside
thing,
scoop.
right?
Isn't he incredibly handsome? Like chiseled, right? Yeah.
And he's
Very
got,
true.
like, a 9-pack, which is crazy.
He kind of looks like Michelangelo's David.
He does.
Yeah, like, but not the wiener. It's much larger.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah, he's so chiseled, isn't he, Vince? Like, head to toe,
I don't need the confidence boost, thank you.
sculpted by a god.
He's an Adonis, I would
Yeah,
say.
it's all that's lifting all those kegs at work. Like,
Yeah,
holy smokes! Look at
Gives him those
shoulders
vein
definition.
popping
You can actually-
biceps.
you can actually see his lats. Holy smokes!
That's
Holy
true.
Smokes!
I didn't know that you could have 3 of them.
Yeah, dude's so jacked, man. I can see his back from the front.
Mark Kennedy said, Don McLean looks back at his masterpiece American Pie. When asked what American Pie meant, McLean jokingly said, "It means I don't ever have to work again if I don't want to."
I love the
Nice.
quote, by the way. Yeah.
That's a good
That's
quote.
that's a really
Yeah.
good quote.
I wish I had one of those.
Yeah. Maybe we should come up with a quote for you.
No, I mean, I wish I had an American Pie so I didn't have to work
Oh,
again.
I
Yeah,
thought
that's
I thought
more what I was hinting
I
at.
thought you meant
Yeah.
a quote because
Yeah.
we could give you a quote.
No, I'm good. Like, I just want that American Pie.
If
money.
your lettuce is wilted, don't put it in a burger.
It's true. Cabbage is not the same as lettuce.
It can be though, with enough water.
Let us move on.
Nice, nice,
What a segue.
amazing.
I'm killing it today.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep up the good work. You're keeping us on track, believe it or not.
In February of 2015, however, McLean announced he would reveal the meaning of the lyrics to the song when the original manuscript went for auction in New York City in April of 2015. The lyrics and notes were auctioned off on April 7th, 2015, and sold for $1.2 million. In the sale catalog notes, McLean revealed the meaning in the song's lyrics. Basically, in American Pie, things are heading in the wrong direction. Life is becoming less idyllic. I don't know whether you consider that wrong or right, but it is a morally or it is a mortality song in a sense. I almost said a morally song.
And what did he say about the song? It sounds like he's describing the current
Yeah,
state of everything.
I feel like he, from what I'm reading here, he doesn't actually describe anything in particular. He just says, "Yeah, the world's gone to shit. That sucks." That's what the song means.
That's a constant theme, hey?
Yeah, he really likes to play with that. In 2022, in the documentary The Day the Music Died, the story of Don McLean's American Pie, produced by Spencer
Spencer Streichert.
Spencer Profer. Sorry, I read Poffer. I'm dyslexic. We've already established this.
Nobody said anything. You're getting on yourself about it, man.
I have fucking
your chin up.
ugly feet.
Keep your chin up.
I can't read.
King.
Yeah,
It's falling.
yeah, your crown's falling there, bud.
It was released on Paramount Plus Video on Demand. Proffer said that he told McLean, "It's time for you to reveal what 50 years of journalists have wanted to know." McLean stated that he needed a big song about America, and that the first verse and melody seemed to just come to mind a long, long time ago. Nice. Okay. Now, McLean then answers some of the long-standing questions on the song's lyrics, although not all. He reveals that Elvis was not the king referenced in the song. The girl who sang the blues was not Janis Joplin, and Bob Dylan was not the jester, although he is open to other interpretations. He says that marching band means the military-industrial complex, Sweet Perfume refers to tear gas, and Los Angeles is the coast that the Trinity head to, caught in the last train for the coast. Even God has been corrupted, he comments. He says that This Will Be the Day That I Die originated from the John Wayne film The Searchers. That is a fantastic film. Have you seen The Searchers?
No.
It's great. So, The Searchers is John Wayne, like old fuck
Don't
John
spoil
Wayne.
it.
No. The movie's been out for 60 years. I could spoil it. So, old fuck John Wayne, and there's this young guy, and the young guy is all like fucking chirpy and stuff, but they have to team up to go and find this person that's missing. And at one point, they go to this place, and like they're at a bar, and the young guy gets in a bar fight, but him and the other guy like take each other's hats and like set them on the ground beside each other, and like they like help dust each other off, and then they just beat the shit out of each other.
Nice.
It's great.
Is this the one where he plays Genghis Khan?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, damn.
That one's a classic, though. Okay, Bye Bye Miss American Pie is a reference to a song by Pete Seeger, Bye Bye My Rosanna. McLean had originally intended to use Miss American Apple Pie, but Apple was dropped.
I'd say that's fair.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of Michael Jackson's kids named Apple?
No, that's Gwyneth Paltrow. And,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Chris Martin.
Right.
Yeah.
That kid was definitely dropped.
That's Goopy.
Goopy?
Yeah, Goop.
Goop.
You should buy her candle.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, maybe that's what we could put in the apartment when we record.
Yeah.
Light the vagina candle. It could be a new tradition.
Actually, what if we make our own candle and it's our ball scent?
Yo,
All three of ours combined.
that's an interesting one. I bet that would sell like hotcakes.
I think you should continue the brainstorming a little
Yeah.
longer. 5 seconds.
You got any alternative ideas,
Yeah.
Vince? We brought in an outward mind here. Different background, you know.
Also, somebody who knows the podcast and knows what's best for us.
So you think Ixnay the balls candle, or what?
I think you should offer people the option to like record jingles for you, so you can break up your segments in like smaller pieces, and people can like record shit and send it to you, and then you play it and you live react to it and hope it's nothing.
I am definitely open to that.
So what I'm hearing is that's not a firm no on the ball candle.
That is not a firm no on the ball candle.
just to be clear. I think he might be our first purchaser.
I don't think he'll purchase that. I think he'll purchase a shirt.
We'll ship internationally, Vince, just for you.
I don't think we can ship that ever anywhere. I feel like
It's a candle,
one
bro.
that is full of our ball sweat.
No,
No, it's our ball sweat.
ball
It
scent.
smells.
I feel like that would be horrendous.
It might be a hate crime.
It would be. That would be.
Yeah.
I honestly think that would be considered terrorism.
Yeah, probably.
There are some countries that would not allow that,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And for good reasons.
and for good reasons.
So, probably a no.
Okay, so which going back to that question though, which lyric do you think is the one that like has the weirdest interpretation?
What I also must say about like when he like revealed what it all means, it was like the second day the music died, because everyone was like up in arms against Don McLean, like you better should have stayed silent or something, because people were like super upset that like their headcanon wasn't confirmed.
Oh,
I must say, for me, the king is still Elvis, and the marching band is Sgt. Pepper, so the Beatles. So, yeah, thank you, Don McLean, for writing the song, but I'll have my own interpretation of it.
It's kind of a stretch to be like the marching band is the entire
But I love it.
military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
It's kind of a stretch.
Oh yeah, that is a stretch.
I'll also say this. I listened to an interview. Like I was like literally 4 feet from this interview. It was me, Smash Thompson and Madeline Roberts. We were the only people watching this interview with the Bahamas, and he said about his songs, because Madeline and Smash are they're gonna have one of his songs as their first dance at their wedding, and they said that to him, and he said in this interview, when he was asked about how like to interpret some of his songs, he was like, I think that every single person should interpret it their own way, because everybody's experience is going to be different from my own when it comes to the songs that I've written. Once that I've written them, they're no longer mine to claim interpretation of.
Yeah, but I feel like this one is like so pop culture heavy. Like it's, like this specifically American Pie is so pop culture heavy. And he's referencing so many things at the time. Like you're right. He probably should have just shut up.
Yeah, that's
not
that's what I was
said
thinking.
anything else.
That's
Just
why I
lay
said
on your money in like your
keep to yourself.
Scrooge money thingy.
Yeah, don't talk about it again.
Yeah.
It's like Christopher Nolan hasn't explained Inception. Like, leave it that way.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's one that we do need an answer to, though.
No.
Is he in the dream?
No. Don't need an answer to it.
Is this the real life, or is this fantasy?
Coming back to the question.
Yes.
I really like helter skelter in a summer swelter, the bird flew off the fallout shelter, because you get like bombarded with like weird words in like, I don't know, 5 seconds or something. And it's actually interesting when you break it down. So helter skelter, of course, is
It's
the Charles Manson.
yes. It's also a Beatles lyric.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Hold on.
Beatles suck though, comparatively. I mean, I
Didn't
think
they also meet with Charles Manson?
I think they did. Yeah, didn't they do LSD with him?
I don't know. I don't know about that part of his story.
Yeah. All I know is that he was a really, really, really bad singer-songwriter.
What's up with failed artists doing bad things?
I
What's
don't
up
know.
with that?
Yeah, I think like man should take a mental well-being test before being allowed being an artist in general, because we have so many men who really went off. I mean, we have like this Austrian artist who didn't get like into art school and all this stuff. So,
But you know what? He told them, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna set the world on fire, and he did.
I mean, like,
he did.
I kind of gave up on the acting dream. I don't want to kill anybody. Like, it's
Yeah.
not really.
Well,
my-
I don't know. The look you gave me earlier told me you want to kill me because I did not communicate clearly enough
No,
that it was just the song.
I just wanted to, smother you. Suffocate you.
I didn't want to kill you. I just wanted you to lose consciousness for a while and think you're going to
I just
die.
wanted you to pass out and, have a weird dream. Have a wacky dream.
Okay, let's get into the reception of the
Yes.
song here.
Shall we?
Now, as I mentioned before, #1 in Australia, Canada, but in Canada it was both the top singles and adult contemporary. #7 in Ireland, #6 in Norway, #9 in Spain,
No.
and it was #9 in the West Germany official German charts. It was 5 times platinum in Canada, gold in Denmark, 2 times platinum in the United Kingdom, and 3 times platinum in the U.S.
And the one in the U.S., that means a lot more than any of those other platinums.
It really does, because
Because-
everything combined does not mean what that
like,
does.
platinum in Canada is like 25,000 copies.
Hmm.
Yeah, so platinum in the U.S. is what? Like a million?
It's 1 million.
Yeah.
And platinum in the UK is 600,000.
Yeah, so the Canadian one doesn't make much sense.
All around, a lot for a single, though.
Mm-hmm. That's quite well.
That is quite well. That was all I had on the reception.
Nice.
Because there was no awards won apart from being inducted into the National Museum of Congress.
Mm.
And being like the longest song, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And for being the longest song.
And being number 5 in the RIAA charts of the top 100 songs from 1892 to 1992.
Songs
It was
of
also
the
in
century.
the top 5 of my charts from 2010 to 2020.
Yeah, it's here. But you like the Madonna version, so.
The
Yeah,
Madonna
speaking of the
version-
Madonna version, so we talked about that. There's like a lot of pop culture in there, and do we feel like we need like an updated version, like they did with Fall Out Boy, and we didn't start the fire? Do we need like an updated American Pie version?
Yes, but you know who needs to do it? Travis Scott.
I was thinking the same
I
thing.
was thinking Travis
So
Scott.
weird that I was literally thinking Travis Scott, dude.
That would be the best American Pie.
My Miss American Pie is lit.
And
It
what,
ain't a mosh pit if no's injuries.
and what would the time frame be?
Took
So
a Lamborghini to the levee,
But it got high centered on the gravel road. Fuck, I fucked it up. I fucked it up.
I hit a speed bump.
almost, yeah.
Almost. I was so close.
Ooh, that's interesting, Sam.
What?
So Sam is ripping off the
Ooh.
dust cover.
That.
Anyways, to answer your question, I don't know if it needs an updated version. I don't think music's got to do the movie thing. I don't think every iconic song needs a remake.
I disagree.
Who would you want? Like, all seriously, like, fuck the Travis Scott thing.
In all
Who would you want
seriousness?
to actually do, like, that would reach the same sort of, like, you know, someone's, like
I feel like Lady Gaga could
a
do
heavy
it.
hitter. Like, yeah, like a heavy hitter.
Okay, now are we talking heavy hitter like popular wise, or are we talking heavy hitter like they're a fantastic songwriter?
It's got to be, I think it's got to be popularity. Like, it can't be like, you know, I could name a bunch of different singer-songwriters that could do a great cover of the song, you know.
Okay, fair. Okay, so if we were looking, maybe Billie Eilish.
Oh.
Billie Eilish actually would probably do a pretty fucking interesting one that would be better than the Madonna one, while actually encapsulating the spirit of the OG.
Interesting. I want to put Billie Eilish for that one.
Who would you go with?
God, I don't know. It's kind of a tough question. That's why I asked you. I don't know.
Okay, if I was gonna
Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran,
Maybe.
Two-Door Cinema.
I'm trying to think of like really popular, someone that could body that song. Like,
Skrillex.
yeah. Skrillex, Diplo, and Justin Bieber. Jack U takes on American Pie.
Featuring DJ Khaled.
Actually, Justin
DJ
Bieber, 'cause
Khaled. That's who I think it is. DJ Khaled. That's a
DJ
great point,
Khaled would
Vince.
be
Yeah.
fucking fantastic.
With Drake. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fucking hot. Oh shit, that would be hot.
That'd be a hella track.
That would be a really tight track. There's got to be a little Xan.
Well,
Cameo.
that's one I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, Posthumous, Triple X feature.
yeah.
Yeah, it's coming together. You get an idea.
Maybe AI, someone in there.
Juice World. Juice World on the hook.
JPEG Mafia.
But what would be what would be the day our music died, like of our generation?
Ooh.
Because I feel like there's a lot of days the music dies in the last 20 years alone, so it's hard.
Pop Smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my opinion.
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Mac Miller. That would be up there.
I feel like 2016 though, where like a lot of people
There
who
was
died.
Bowie, there was-
Also Carrie Fisher. I'm still
Yeah.
like super sad that Carrie Fisher died.
But Bowie.
Yeah,
Merle
Bowie.
Haggard.
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Hans Gruber.
Yes.
Yeah. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. Now, if we're going to, so we have to rate the album because I feel bad for
No, we can rate the song. That's fine.
I feel bad for throwing you under the bus, Aaron.
No, I don't want to rate the album. You guys, you haven't listened to it. I'm sure Vince has.
We can go like
Vince has listened to it.
Yeah.
we can go verse by verse and just rate the different verses if you want.
Rate the bars.
So verse 1.
Rate the bars. Okay.
Rate the bars.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Did you write the book of love? And do you have faith in God above, if the Bible tells you so? Now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronchian
keep
buck
reading, yeah.
with a pink carnation and a pickup truck.
Yes.
But I knew I was out of luck the day that music died.
No, just keep going.
That's verse 1.
Yeah,
How do we rate it?
Honestly, okay. I
With
would
you
say
saying it, 10 out of 10,
10 out
man.
of 10.
Yeah, holy
but I
smokes.
also feel like the way that this episode has to end is you going through the song verse by
With a
verse.
bronking butt.
Because it's so fucking good.
Yeah, just keep
It's
going.
Thank
so
you.
good.
I feel like it's like a middle school theater performance where they
Yeah.
try to like do something.
Slam poetry.
Yeah, slam poetry.
First verse.
Okay, we can go back to the intro. I haven't.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's go
Take it from the
all
top.
the way back.
Take it from the
Go
top.
from the top.
In your own time.
I
In
feel
your
like I have to
time.
move closer to the microphone
Yeah,
for that.
in your own time.
Because I feel like I'm narrating an audiobook right now. Also, there's like a lot of TH in there, so maybe I should practice first like the. It's not the,
The.
The.
thorough. A thorough
Those.
investigation. Thorough.
Thorough.
I think I'm thorough.
Thorough.
That's something. Pharaoh.
Thorough.
Pharaoh.
Double.
You say Pharaoh?
I said thorough.
Oh, I thought you said Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
Yeah, also I heard Pharaoh.
I heard Pharaoh.
Okay.
Like Pharaoh Munch.
No. All right, go on.
All
I'm
right.
ready for this.
American Pie by Don McLean. Narrated by Vinzneuner.
That's how you say it. Nice.
A long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile.
Hmm.
And I knew that I had my chance, that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside, the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above, if the Bible tells you so? Now do you believe in rock and roll, and can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronco buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing, "Bye bye, Miss American Pie." I got an ad, sorry. I don't want to donut Monopoly. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die." Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When a jester sang for the king and queen, in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was returned. And while Lennon read a book of most common misconception is Lennon, not Lenin. So not the guy from Russia, but is the guy from the Beatles. The quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges, whatever dirge. So what are dirges? I know it's like a
Dirges.
song, dirges.
Oh God, I don't know.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I don't know either. But what does Genius say
What
about
does Genius say?
What is a dirge?
a slow, mournful song? Oh,
Ah.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Oh,
Huh.
so it is a song. Okay, the day the music dies, and then we have the chorus. How did we feel about verse 2? I feel like verse 1 was really strong, but the second one was like,
I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Besides the Monopoly ad, like it was fucking really good. Like
man, I
you're
love
killing
Monopoly.
it. You're killing it right now. Keep it
Monopoly
up.
Go, I would totally.
I'm not
download
invested
that
in the song. I'm invested in you. Like, you've pulled me in.
app. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. So maybe I'm the voice of this generation now.
Yeah.
Man, I want to be mayor. Anyway. Helter skelter in a summer swelter. The birds flew off a fallout shelter. 8 miles high and falling fast. It landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in the cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume, while Sergeant played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, oh, but we never got the chance. 'Cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? So that's also like a very. I think this one is. So at least for me, it's like my forward pass, my favorite.
I would give that
And
one a
there,
9.5
until
out
Don
of 10.
McLean ruined it for me with like this military industrial complex. Still.
What are you giving it, Aaron?
I'm still out of 10. Like, nothing's going to change. I told you, I don't care about the song. I like the way Vince is saying it right now.
Oh, I like your accent.
Where you from? I like your accent. Where you from? I am Liberian. Sorry.
I'm from Germany. Yeah.
You ever see that video?
No.
No, you ever see? Did you know that video?
Which one? Sorry.
It's like, I like your accent. Where you from? I am Liberian. Sorry. I like your accent. Where you from?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good joke. Anyway, sorry.
The delivery of Congress, or what was it? The liberty of Congress.
The liberty of Congress.
Not for much longer, though. Spoiler. Oh, and there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick. Because the fire is the devil's only friend. If that doesn't make sense to you, yeah.
Yeah. Sitting on a candlestick. I think that's in Wolf of Wall Street, right? He's got yeah, you know what I'm talking about in Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yeah, he's sitting on a candlestick.
Yeah, he's got one in his bum.
Oh.
Yeah. He's sitting on a candlestick.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's actually like a 1800 nursery rhyme, though.
Oh.
But almost, yeah.
Just as kinky.
I love 1800 nursery rhymes.
Ew. Talk dirty to me. Humpty Dumpty.
So your songs sound like a nursery rhyme? Have you seen that?
What?
So Matty Healy received that's the lead singer of 1975.
Yeah.
He received a phone call for like this. I don't want to be like. So the guy sounded like he was from India, or at least has like a really strong Indian accent. And one of the questions was like, so most of your songs, they sound like nursery rhymes. What's your comment on that? And I was like, what?
That makes sense. Yeah,
I'm not sure how to feel about it.
he got in trouble. He was on a podcast.
Oh, really?
He was on Cumtown.
Oh,
or the
yeah.
Adam Freeland show. It was the Adam Freeland show. He got in trouble.
Yeah, I heard about that. But also he got in trouble because he broke Taylor Swift's heart.
He also got in trouble in Malaysia and got thrown out of Malaysia because he kissed his guitarist on stage.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a no-no there.
No. No. Jack be nimble, yeah. Because fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. That's verse 4. And I'm pretty sure Satan was a reference to Mick Jagger. Unless Don McLean says otherwise, but yeah. So now we get to the bridge. So now the whole song like kind of dies down.
Yep.
I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed. But not a word was spoken, the church bell all were broken. And the three men I admire the most, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
The Father.
The Father. Father, why can I leave to be on my own? Okay, you're not on this side of TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok at all.
That was from the new Pinocchio movie.
I'm not on TikTok at all.
Oh, you're on that side. They caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And now I have something very special for you. Oh, we have to rate this verse.
Yes. 10.
10, nice.
I'm going to go an 11. So that I
11.
balance out all my weird numbers.
And also the Christian values in this.
Also,
performance.
time check. The sunstrokes are here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to go grab them?
Shall we wrap up?
Yeah, we will.
Let's do the outro and then we do like bye-byes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, bye-byes are Miss German guy, Mr.
Actually,
German guy.
for the outro, we can all sing unison. Bye.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Anal contusions, and then we go and update this guy.
No, I'm gonna nix that. I just want to say thanks for coming on, Vince.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Misfits on Vinyl, hosted by Spencer Streichert and me, Aaron Walsh, and of course produced by Sam the Tech Man, Sam Lindsay. If you like us, please rate us, subscribe to us, share us. Our socials are Misfits on Vinyl Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to send us an email with any suggestions or criticisms, we love that shit, so send it away. It's misfitsonvinyl@gmail.com. We love you guys. Thank you.